Welcome back to another episode of Kentucky Teen Wildlife. And today's animal, very hard to hold on to. Today's animal is the short-nosed gar. So the short-nosed gar is one of few gar species found in Kentucky. We have the short-nosed gar, the long-nosed gar, spotted gar, and in some places you can find alligator gar. The short-nosed gar is a predator, as you can tell by his mouth. I don't know if that'll focus, but he's got lots of little teeth in there. So he'll open up. Oh, there we go. See those teeth? Yeah, gar have lots of very small needle-like teeth for grabbing fish. And once it grabs you with that mouth, you're not getting free if you're a small fish. A few fun facts about gar is if you notice his scales, those are basically his body armor. It is very hard to penetrate the skin of a gar. It is very tough. Another fact about gar in general is that they are air breathers. So this fish will actually come up to the surface to breathe air. The feeding habits of the short-nosed gar are usually tend to be small fish. They are fish eaters. And you see, they will only eat what they can swallow whole. And the short-nosed gar, if you can see, has a very short mouth. So he will eat small fish, like small sunfish, or maybe small shad or shiners, anything he can fit in his mouth. Short-nosed gar and most other gar species will be found in rivers or flowing water. You'll not usually find them in ponds, but you can also find them in lakes. I will give you a little show of what I just caught this guy in, so you can see the little bit of a habitat of what this guy was in. Short-nosed gar, you see that? When he just did that with his mouth, that was him taking a breath of air. Short-nosed gar will spawn in the springtime when the temperature of the water reaches a certain degrees. And gar, a special thing about the gar and breeding is their eggs are poisonous to eat. So fish will not eat the gar eggs, nor will mammals, which makes them very good, which makes it very good for them to spawn. These fish are not threatened per se. There are some places where they are endangered in a certain range. They are found in the Ohio River, which they are not found in all of it, only select parts of it. I caught this one here in the Cumberland River in Kentucky, which joins up with Lake Barkley, Lake Cumberland. So I could assume that these fish are also in those lakes. As you can see, this fish is not very big. He might be 13, 14 inches maybe. This fish can get between 2 and 3 feet long. They will not get as big as other gar species like the long-nosed and the alligator gar, but they can still get pretty big. I hope you enjoyed this episode with the short-nosed gar. Now let's go over here and let's let him go. And there he goes.